Alright, so update to my USA truck rant. I did get a couple of phone calls actually several phone calls from the recruiting department and the guy that does the truck issue. Of course, they apologized profusely and had a good long conversation with them. They weren't mad that I updated or uploaded the video. They were kind of thankful that I kind of pointed out some things that probably needs some work. So I told them whenever I talked to them that I was going to do a video in a few days. It's actually been closer to like 2 to 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Actually like 3 weeks. So this one's been a long time coming, but I wanted to wait until I did the transition between company driver and independent contractor IC. So, and I'm in my IC truck, or my lease purchase truck, 2014 Freightliner Cascadia, and I wanted to wait until after the transition so I can do a recap or review and what I thought about the process of the transfer from company to IC. And so far it's been pretty good. I had to go through orientation again, which kind of sucked because I'd just gone through it a couple weeks before, but it's not unusual. So it just sucked that I had to watch the videos again, had to go through the whole process. It was kind of long and drawn out. There was a lot of waiting, because when you go from company driver to IC, you're basically quitting the company because you're no longer a W-2 employee and you're now 1099 contractor. So I had to quit being a company driver and get rehired as a independent contractor driver. So I know that there's a long drawn out process in that. So that was kind of to be expected. When I found out that I was getting this truck, whenever this truck became available, I had to choose my own loads off the load board to get myself to Atlanta to be able to pick this truck up. This truck was actually in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I had to choose my loads to go from Laredo to Louisiana to like Arkansas to Atlanta. They wouldn't let me just bobtail or deadhead from Louisiana to Atlanta. Just because it was a company truck, I wasn't gonna just leave it anywhere or at a drop yard or something like that. I was gonna take it to Atlanta where there's a yard. So, and that's where I picked not this truck. That's where I picked the company truck up, was in Atlanta. So, I wanted to take it back, but it just set my pickup date to pick this truck up back a few days, which it was all right. I got it within an appropriate amount of time, so not as soon as I wanted to pick it up, but it was still within a reasonable amount of time. And then I just deadheaded. I bobtailed that truck from Charlotte all the way to Waxahachie, Texas. So I got a good feel of the truck before I actually hooked the trailer up to it. So other than that, I mean, the company as a whole has been very nice. My DM that I had when I was a company driver was awesome. The DM that I have now as an independent contractor is awesome. He actually called me and was like, "Hey, my name is so-and-so. I just wanted to touch base with you, let you know, hey, I'm your DM. This is how I do things. I want to know what your thoughts are, how you like to drive." And I thought that was pretty awesome, because the previous company I worked for, the first DM that I have or fleet leaders, we call them fleet leaders. I didn't get that, and I got to run around, and I was going places that I didn't really like going to, and I was getting dispatched on loads that were high value loads that required a schedule that you had to keep, and because of other stuff. I couldn't keep the schedule because of delays at the shipper, and yeah, it was a mess. So so I do appreciate that aspect of the DM calling me and saying, hey, you know, doing a little introductory kind of thing. I think that's awesome. I think out of the whole scenario, the whole situation, I think that the biggest thing with USA Truck is just organization, time management, and organization. There's probably a couple of things that could be fixed, or that could be made better, in my opinion. I think the permit books could use some work. The company that I worked at before, they had a permit station at every service center or every terminal, and if you wanted to check your permit book, super easy. All you had to do is just open up yours and open up theirs side by side and duplicate it. Theirs is always constantly updated with the most recent permits. Here, they don't have that. I had to go through, I'd update the permit book here, Waxahachie, Texas. And so I went into the orientation guys, like, hey, I need, I have a couple permits that are expired. I need to get new ones. Where do I go? And they were like, we don't know. Did you go ask the front desk? And I was like, well, there ain't nobody there. And it was during working hours, so I guess they have just limited personnel there because of the whole COVID thing. So I asked another driver, and he was like, oh yeah, you go down to the parts counter at the shop. They'll give you your permits. So I walked down there, and I was like, hey, service guy, I need permits for my book. And he was like, oh, we don't do that. You got to go up front. And I was like, well, they sent me down here. And he was like, well, go ask the guy at the parts counter guy. I was like, all right. So I walked over there, and there was a woman that was sitting there, and I was like, yeah, I need a couple of permits. She goes, oh, I don't have access to that. I'm like, she was like, well, did you go ask the guy at the front counter? And he was like, yeah, he sent me over here. And so she was like, well, hold on. And another guy walked up, and she was like, hey, can you get this guy permits? And he was like, oh yeah, just which ones do you need? And I was like, I need Maryland, and he was like, yeah, I got those. He's like, but I don't have the updated Maryland yet. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I don't plan on going to Maryland anyway. But having a permit station would probably be pretty awesome. That's the only thing that I can see so far is just the dang permits. When I picked up my company truck, the people at the shop just handed me a stack of papers of permits that weren't even legible. So if you think about it, anytime that one of our trucks, whether it be company truck or IC, it doesn't matter, and you go to a scale house and you get pulled in and you get a level 1, level 2, level 3, whatever level inspection, and they want to, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to hand them your permit book, because they want to make sure you got your driver's license, your insurance and registration, your cab card, you know, you got your permits in case you're hauling any alcohol or tobacco or whatever the case may be, you know, whatever you're hauling in the box. They want to see your permits, and you hand them this ragtag, just thrown together book that isn't organized and it doesn't look good. That's the first impression a DOT officer has on the company. So, and being in the military and going through inspections, the best way to pass an inspection, regardless of what kind of inspection it is to have everything, your I's dotted, your T's crossed, and it looks good, because that first impression is going to put that whole inspection cycle in motion. It's going to determine the path of that inspection. So if you hand a really nice, clean, professional looking permit book to your DOT officer, his first impression is, wow, this guy's got his stuff in order. Wow, I'm not even going to have to really do anything on this inspection. This is going to be a breeze. But you hand him a rolled ragtag, you know, 3-ring binder that's got Sharpie marking on the front of it that has your truck number, and that's it. And it's not organized, it's not in order, it's not clean and presentable, then what does that tell the DOT officer? Oh crap, alright, let's see what I can find, because this right here don't look good. it's already looking like crap. Well, we'll see what else I can find. So I think that would probably be one of the biggest things that I've come across so far is permit books. And it's probably something small. But to me, it's always about the first impression. Looking good. Clean truck. Clean on the outside, clean on the inside. I haven't even gotten this one washed yet. I've only had it for a couple weeks. Just hadn't had time. But it's a white truck, so it's like, yeah, once it rains, it's clean, you know. And it has been raining. I've been stuck down in Louisiana the last couple of days, and it's been raining down there, so it's kind of pointless to get a wash in the rain. But anyways, first impression of the company, first impression of the driver, and first impression of everything as a whole. So I think that's my only and biggest complaint about the company. The load board is awesome. Gotten a couple loads already. It's paying really good, so I can't complain there. The driver hub app tablet that they use takes a few minutes to get used to. Takes a little while, but it's user friendly and haven't had any issues with it. The navigation side of it freaking sucks, but that's to go with everything else. So, but anyways, I just wanted to do an update, and I wanted to reiterate that I don't have any hard feelings about the company. I don't harbor any ill will or anything. It happens, you know. They called, we talked about it, we talked about everything that I had seen, and talked about everything that I put in the video, and went into a little more detail, and had a good conversation with several people. So I hope they see this video, and so they will know that everything's going good, everything's going great. I'm getting some mileage, getting some pay, you know. When mama's happy, you know, I'm happy. When I'm making money, I'm happy. When I'm not making money, I ain't happy. So, and I'm sure I speak for most drivers when I say that. If the equipment sucks, the trailers suck, you know, then I ain't making money. If I ain't making money, I ain't happy. That's pretty much what it boils down to. But anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. I don't want to ramble too much. So I'll close it off here, and hopefully I'll be able to get another video up here pretty soon. I got some good dash cam videos that I want to put up. I got some funny stuff, some scary stuff too. So be looking forward to that here pretty soon. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.